Okay, people, this is the real thing. I am actually going to do a Let's Play of Porky's Haunted Holiday. Now, I will try to get the bosses in the same videos, but if that doesn't work out, I will record them separate and then record the next level separate. So, here's a bit of insight. I told you before in my test video of this game that I hated it. Well, the truth be told, I actually hate it as much as I love it. So, yeah. That's one bit of insight. Another bit of insight is that my sister and I were both very little, actually elementary school kids, when we first moved to Idaho. We had a Super Nintendo, and this game is one we played often. Also, I'm a bit of a Looney Tunes buff, and if I can tell you anything about the levels themselves or any of the enemies in the levels, then I will certainly do my best to tell you. I don't think I'll be able to give you actual episode names, but I can definitely tell you a bit about them if I remember anything. And the first thing I'm actually going to mention is going to be those little... Well, first off, that thing I just grabbed allows you to throw ammo. I keep forgetting to mention that. But yeah, basically the enemy I just killed was a leprechaun. But it was really a 2-in-1. And that actually comes from an episode where Porky Pig was in, I think, Ireland? Or someplace like that, and he was dealing with leprechauns. Also, there's another... I didn't get that one this time. There's another enemy in here, a leprechaun with a pair of shoes in his hand. And that comes from the same episode, where he, I don't remember what he did wrong. But it had to do with something... Had something to do with their pot of gold, and Porky was sentenced to the wearing of the green shoes. Now I'd attack that enemy, but obviously just to get him I won't lose a heart, so that's where the leprechaun with shoes comes from. The bats, I think they're I'm not too sure where they come from, but there was an episode of where I just died. There was an episode where Bugs Bunny was dealing with Dracula, and I think those bats are probably him. I could have tried for that other room earlier, but I didn't. Also, for time's sake, if I don't kill an enemy right off, I'm not exactly gonna worry about it. So you might find me skipping enemies like that one. But yeah. Now see, these guys are no longer blinking, which means I can't get anything from them, and there's no fizzy drink there now, but if I had gotten there before I got killed, I could have taken that. That would have given me 2 1-ups and a heart. And after that little bonus room there, it would have led me to this level. Now, this level is, it makes me very dizzy sometimes, so if I act a little loopy after I get past this, I am extremely sorry. There is also, I believe, it should be coming up next. There it is. Yeah, this dual-headed bird. I think you see in like 2 different episodes in the Looney Tunes thing, and both of which involve Bugs Bunny. One of them is where he's dealing with Dracula, the same one I was talking about earlier with the bat. And they were doing a magic off, and Bugs Bunny kind of changes Dracula into that two-headed bird. But instead of without but it turns him into one with a top hat. Now, I think the other time you see that very same thing in Looney Tunes is, I think he turns Witch Hazel into that or something, so I'm not too sure about that, but maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'd have to definitely look those up in order to confirm the second one, but I know for a fact that Dracula gets turned into one of those dual-headed bird things when Bugs Bunny was there. But as for the ball and chain and the swinging chain, at this rate we aren't gonna have time for the boss in this recording. But as for the ball and chain and the little swinging chains, I think they might have just put them in for this game. I don't remember seeing anything like that in any Looney Tunes episodes I've ever watched. But, as for most of the boss, the first boss is kind of be coming up, I think, in like after this level and the next one. I don't really remember where it came from, but it's not very easy. Be careful sliding down there, because it's very easy to just slide off that branch there. I better make this in one shot, otherwise, yeah, if I didn't make it, I would have turned around and killed myself. I don't like to commit suicide for time reasons, but I would have done it. That was the pot of gold, but... Okay, now, here's a bit of a mercy for those of you who have played I Want to Be the Guy. The spikes here don't do what the spikes on that game played, so, yeah. Also, the fizzy drink is the only way to get up here, so if you lose that out, well, it's okay. But after a while, you kind of lose its effect, and you get back on your feet again. Okay, now this was like the other transition level with the tree, but this one you're sliding down, which is a bit of a mercy. If you don't jump right away, don't worry about it too much, because if you do it right, whether you jump or not, you'll still end up back down here. Okay, now here's the boss I was talking about earlier. I don't know where he came from, but you definitely want to watch out, because out of his hat spouts his children. You know, if you jump on his head when he has the hat on, it does absolutely nothing, so you've got to jump on him when his hat is off. Now, he's got one more life than Porky Pig does, so be extremely careful not to die before you kill him. Also, I will be making a save state at the start of every new level. So the second level after this, I'll be making a save state so I can just continue from there. And it shouldn't be long before. And yeah, there we go. That's it. That boss is actually incredibly easy compared to, I think, others in the game. Now, past this first level, I have no memory of the others, so I am going to go ahead and make a save state here on save state 1, of course. And I'm going to call it here. This is Dragon Tamer signing off.